Lately, I've gotten a lot of questions about how much water I use and whatnot, and although I've answered that question a lot, I'm currently capable of storing and harvesting 14,000 gallons annually, which equals about 40 gallons a day that I can use, and that's why I use about 40 gallons a day.
Hanging down, a wiggle in the walk and a giggle in the talk.
Hey, Bon Bon, I see you. You guys following me? I'm halfway through cutting this thing in half with my grinder. I seriously can't remember a time that I went to town or the city or whatever and didn't have at least one person come up and introduce themselves, and I think that's pretty cool to be introduced to so many like-minded people. And along the way, I've met and made more friends, rock solid friends, than I ever have in my life. And well, I guess that's one of the benefits to moving off grid. James just sent in a 25 by 25 foot pond liner so I can dig an 8 foot by 8 foot by 8 foot hole and line it and put a roof on that, make another cistern that's about 5,000 gallons, and that'll bump me up to almost 20,000 gallons of annual storage capability, which would mean that I could use closer to 55 gallons a day. I don't have a well, and so I want to be used to using the amount of water that in reality I can really use, and that gives me enough water to water all my gardens, water all my livestock, which means that I can eat half a pound of meat every day, and it's enough to grow enough vegetables for me to eat all the vegetables that I want to eat. I should technically be able to harvest about 70 pounds of tomatoes this year. I'll probably have 50 pounds of pumpkin. I'll have all kinds of peppers with the tomatoes to make salsa, which is my favorite condiment. So, lots of vegetables, a little bit of fruit, plenty of meat every day. And that's why I use the amount of water that I use. Recently, I found a pond liner that would cover about a 35 by 50 foot by 10 foot deep pond, which would be about 100,000 gallons. And I want to work towards getting that liner and digging that pond because, for instance, if I got a couple horses, that would be enough water to maintain those horses for 5 years. 2 horses, and you could ride them hard, and horses, a hard worked horse shouldn't drink much more than 20 gallons a day. And that'd be 5 years for two horses at 100,000 gallons. And at any rate, for now at least, unless I make a bunch of money, I can have a large enough rain harvesting system to really support my homestead. And down the road, maybe I can drill a well. That turbine has been just going almost the entire time since I put it up. So the battery down below is fully charged. As soon as I put an inverter in, the pump that's back behind in the cistern, that'll run off of that battery, and then my ham radio system will run off that battery. I'm going to build a sandbag fort at the bottom where I can have a little desk and whatever it'll give me a place to store the battery and to operate my ham radio. So that'll be fun. And just now I'm halfway done cutting this, so I'll probably save the rest for tomorrow.